Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, we've got a bit of a different view today. I'm not going to compete with the sun. Okay, I need a coaster. Where is my coaster? Aha. We've got things that are falling on the floor. Okay. Bit of a change around. That's all good. Okay. Oh, Lily's heard me. I thought you were sleeping. I know, I'm in a different seat. Are you confused? I'm not sure if I put milk in my coffee. What's going on? I don't think I have. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not like really ready, am I? But I'm not going to turn the camera off. Lily, I'm so sorry, sweet pea. If you just jump down for a moment, I'm just going to grab some milk and finish doing my coffee. And then we are going to do a reading. Wow, what's going on? Upside down, you're turning me. Oh, something's a bit upside down. Lost my coaster, that was on the floor. We've had to change the camera angle because of the sunshine. I've forgotten my milk. Okay, I think we're all good. What card should we use? Okay, Lil, back up. Good girl. I've got the Tarot Mucha here. I've got the Rider-Waite as well. Okay. Let's all just calm down. Settle now. Got Mr. Maintenance Guy at the front. Okay. The Tarot Mucha. The Magician. The Magician is here. As above, so below. As within, so without. You know what this is just shouting to me? Is that we must comprehend that we are just working with energy. And then we have the Memories of Love card come up. What song did I just hear on the radio? Maroon 5. Memories. Okay. We've got the World. I have to try and put a story together here because I've been distracted by the Magician. We are energy. The Tower. Two of Cups. The Ten of Swords. The Nine of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. I think this might be a different story. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here on her throne. I think she's cold. Looks like she's wearing like a snood. What took me was kind of her headscarf. It's like it's a blanket over her lap. Looks like she's quite covered up here. So she's trying to keep warm. Okay. I feel like she's keeping herself warm. I'm going to read these. I was with someone last night and we were playing with the Witch's Tarot. And it is quite interesting sometimes to read them because they just give you so much more insight. So let's have a look at the Magician and see whether we're going to be able to put a story together here. So we've got the Magician. The Magician calls upon the energy of the universe to bring her desires into manifestation. Whatever she imagines shall come to pass when she brings the full force of her will and vision. The wand she holds in her right hand is a conduit for this universal energy. So the Divine Feminine here is most definitely, like I said, it's about remembering that we are dealing with energy here. It's a vibration. You need to vibe high. as much as you possibly can, and make sure that you pull your attention back to that. You are going to attract the vibration that you are in. Okay. So the wand she holds in her right hand is a conduit for this universal energy and provides a focal point for her intentions. Her left hand points to the earth, grounding the energy in reality, as if she herself were a lightning rod. So the finger there is pointing to the earth, the divine feminine I've got here, sitting as the Queen of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles. So it's about using this energy now in our reality. I think it said something like that. Let's reread it. Her left hand points to the earth, grounding the energy in reality. I keep losing my place. Okay, as if she were a lightning rod. On the table before her lie the symbols of the minor arcana, the sword, the stave, the cup and the disc, the elemental tools of air, fire, water and earth. The magician has everything she needs to fulfill any opportunity that presents itself. The true magic she embodies is the belief in her own powers. This is her art in the highest sense of the word. As above, so below, divine and earthly creativity in perfect union. Whatever she chooses to be, shall be. Spoke about playing with these 4 elements, okay? And then we have the Well card. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, we've got memories. And we have a masculine here, talking to some children. But let's have a look and see what this means. It's interesting how the magician is pointing to the earth, but it's to the side where the masculine is. So I feel as if this is the divine feminine's desire, what you desire shall be. So it's your mental mindset about whether or not this is achievable. I just heard my belly cry. It didn't feel like a grumble. It kind of went, the 6 of Cups. Summon up your memories of innocent pastimes and youthful infatuations. Recall the emotional response you felt when you first beheld beauty and how you were able to find beauty in so many people, places and things. Something of this past may be returning to you now. It may be as simple as your eyes being opened to childlike wonder, or it may be as profound as something precious that was lost being restored. Do not censor your feelings and let your heart yearn. Comes in with that Maroon 5, memories. Caked in hair. Okay. Now we have the divine feminine in the world. Let's have a look at the world card. Each of us comes into this incarnation naked and pure, the essence of our unsullied soul ready for the next adventure in our evolutional cycle. The oval reef, I don't know this word. Where's my mobile? Let me just find this word. We're in slow mode today. We're going with the flow, guys.
Delineate.
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 Delineate. Describe or portray precisely. Indicate the exact position of a border or boundary.
Delineate.
Delineate. So either to describe or portray something precisely, or to indicate the exact position of a border or boundary. Let's turn that off. Delineate. Each of us comes into this incarnation naked and pure, the essence of our unsullied soul, ready for the next adventure in our evolutional cycle. The oval reef delineates a portal in time and space, the great cosmic egg from which the world itself was born. The angel, eagle, lion and bull are the four fixed astrological signs: Aquarius, the element of air; Scorpio, the element of water; Leo, the element of fire; and Taurus, the element of earth. When all the elements are in perfect and harmonious agreement, a cycle is finished and the new cycle begins. You are at such a time now. What has been undertaken is complete. It may or may not have concluded in the way you wished, but it is done. Drop the final vow and step through into the life, the new life that awaits you. I felt like I said as in a wedding vow. Drop the veil and step through into the new life that awaits you. The key ideas are completion, perfection of the whole, the balance of the elements, a triumphant emergence from limbo. Okay. We've got the Tower. A blast from the heavens destroys a tower that seemed unconquerable, and those who dwelled within its walls falls from the heights. The tower was built with such a forbidding design that it not only protected its inhabitants, it effectively imprisoned them in their own creation. The tower now stands open to the elements. It effectively imprisoned them. Oh, sorry, we've already said that. Okay. The tower now stands open to the elements, its magnificent gilded dome blown away. Worldly wealth and the illusion of security matter little to the soul, which demands liberation. If you do not seek freedom on your own, the universe may give it to you in unexpected ways. Nothing can prepare you for the shock of the blasted tower, but if you freely move beyond your small enclosure, you can avoid being thrown from it against your will. The key idea is a sudden change, utter transformation, destruction that leads to creation, shock and awakening. Now we have the Two of Cups. So I feel, let's just have a look at this first row here first. So we've got the Magician, and straight away I felt it was about us remembering that we are energy, okay? And how we vibrate is what we are going to be attracting. I shared something that explains this perfectly. Is I came across, well, it found me, a Twin Flames 2019 segment by Abraham Hicks. I never heard Abraham Hicks really speak about twin flames. She spoke about soulmates and about how you need to mate with your own soul. But go onto the Facebook page, have a look at it, and it will tell you that about being ready to rendezvous. So you need to be vibing high all the time. And then if your counterpart is on the opposite end of the spectrum, okay, the universe isn't going to bring you together. But when their energy is uplifted and they are vibing at the same level as you, then they're more likely to be drawn to you. That's why it's important that you don't actually know when your counterpart's going to be vibing in this high vibe. So it's kind of like, don't take a chance, just make sure that you're always vibing high. Because every time that you get low and sad and lonely and depressed maybe, and you want to give up, have a checkup, really, about your energy level, which is fantastic. So it's something that I just keep bringing myself back to, is just make sure that you're really trying to vibe high at all times. Okay. Also, I shared about empaths and about the importance of empaths earning money. And this was shared, I shared this also on the Facebook page. And it was Anita Morjani. I've actually seen this lady live. She was at the Wayne Dyer tributes that took place about a month after his transition. I had tickets to actually go and see him, but he made his transition. I did get to see Anita, though, tell her own unique story about how she was really riddled with tumours, cancer tumours, throughout her body. And whilst they were, you know, I suppose preparing, the hospital preparing for her transition, and she was kind of out of it, okay, she could see everything that was going on. She knew. And she was also told that she'd be coming back and that she would be clear of the cancer. So if you can check out her story, I'm sure it's out there somehow. I heard it, yeah, at the tribute that they had for Wayne Dyer. Anyway, this is a lady, the same lady. And again, by chance, I've come across this and thought this is interesting. And it's only on for about 5 minutes. She talks about how we value success with money, pentacles. She said, and what if we kind of swap that around, is like your success was more on kind of how much energy you emitted. So rather than success being measured by how much money you have, what if we were paid like to how much energy we put out there? So have a listen to that. Let's get back to this. So I spoke about the magician's energy here, okay? But I do think that there are two little segments you can listen to, and it just takes maybe just one thing that you hear and it just clicks and it resonates. You have a deeper understanding, and you can kind of pull yourself up on these things. Understand your own worth. So we have the magician's energy. That's what we're working for. We're working for the magician. We've got 6 of Cups, which says, allow your heart to yearn. Okay. We've got the World card, about using these elemental forces. And then we have the Tower, which means that if we don't liberate ourselves, then the universe is going to find a way to do it for us. Let's go on to the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups. When two people experience true affinity of heart and mind, it is as if an angelic presence blesses them both. It takes courage to be vulnerable with another person, to share your secrets and your dreams. The winged lion symbolises this courage. The winged lion symbolises this courage lifted and sustained by the wings of love. The healing, caducus, is the symbol of the god Mercury. He who connects and communicates, bringing messages that convey truth to those who are open to hear them. In time, this love may deepen into commitment. For now, it is enough to gaze into the beloved's eyes and feel the world being born anew. Just brings me to this, allow your heart to yearn. The key ideas. So key ideas. Romance, idealised love, sharing from the heart, and the healing power of affection. So then we've got the 10 of Swords. Doesn't look good in this card. Okay. I'm just going to go to another language to read it. Let's stick with the English. 10 of Swords. The battle is over. It is time to bury the dead, heal the wounded, and make peace in all the ways that peace needs to be made. This is a time of sorrow as well as relief. The harshness and violence of the conflict will not be swept away soon. All that can be done is to pick up the pieces and carry on. For to do anything else would be a defeat to the soul that could not be born. The key ideas: the ruin of an enterprise, cutting your losses, recovering from shock and defeat. That's it. Recovering from shock and defeat. We then have the Nine of Swords. So we have the masculine here. It's like the fight is over, peace needs to be made. And then we have the feminine with the Nine of Swords. Let's see what this card's going to say. Because we're having it come up with like sleepless nights. Alone in her chamber. We spoke about that yesterday, the bedroom chamber. A lady abandons herself to wild, obsessive thoughts. All her past actions, everything that has been done against her. Regrets, failed love, mischance, and mistake. Oh, and mistake. Torment her like razors sharp swords. So we're really looking at the feminine energy here, having a look at her own energy levels. I'm going to reread this one. Alone in her chamber, a lady abandons herself to wild, obsessive thoughts. All her past actions, everything that has been done against her, regrets, fouled love, mischance and mistake, torment her like razor-sharp swords. This is a dark night of the soul, where all seems lost. A mind caught in hopelessness cannot imagine the coming of the dawn, but it will always come. Then we have the Six of Pentacles. Bringing in the balance now. A wealthy merchant freely just distributes largesse to the beggars outside his gates. He knows that his generosity will return to him, perhaps in unexpected ways. He could have shut himself behind his walls and ignored their flight, but an act of charity is its own reward. Oh, wrong card. The humility of the people in need reminds him to be gentle with those less fortunate and to be grateful for his own abundance. It is a blessing to receive help, but the greater blessing is to give it. Key ideas: generosity, true charity, philanthropy. Oh, how do I say this? Philanthropy. Prosperity beyond worldly possessions. Well, seeing as we have the guidance for the Divine Feminine to stay in this high vibrational state because good things are coming, we have the masculine here. I want to say reminiscing. Also, his heart is yearning. He wants to deliver this peace, and I believe he wants to balance things out. He wants to be a giver, and that's his reward. So I want to say to the Divine Feminines, vibe high, most definitely. Especially if the Divine Masculines wanting to be in this generous, giving energy. I keep catching whatever. There's nothing there, but just looks like someone keeps walking past the window. I'm going to read the Queen of Pentacles. And then we shall pull this story together a bit more. The Queen of Discs is the practical mother who knows best. She offers her advice freely, and it is always worth taking. She has wisdom that can find solutions to problems that may seem insurmountable to others. Her sceptre bears the horns of Taurus, the sign of earthly perseverance. Once her mind is set on a goal, she will not stop until it is achieved. Her self-confidence ensures her success. If this card does not represent a person, it may indicate great progress on a project, increased material wealth, and improved health. She's the practical mother who knows best. She offers her advice freely, and it's always worth taking. This is the part that jumped out. She has wisdom that can find solutions to problems. So be solution orientated. Okay. And stop looking for the problems, the things that are going wrong. that are not working out. There's too much of that on here. I can see that it's 1311. 11 minutes past 1. Okay. We're just missing the other one for 1111. Magician's energy. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite. It feels here as if the Divine Masculine finds it hard to be in this high vibe all the time. It's like he has a lot of challenges and things that he needs to heal from. And from the past, most definitely, it did say that this kind of, it will pass, but it's not going to be like a quick fix situation. And then we have the Six of Cups here. And I said that the masculine were talking to children. So work, past heartache, children can stop the Divine Masculine from vibing in this high energy. So when he is finding himself in a high vibing energy, you want to be there. Ready to rendezvous. Are they going to give me a card? Vibrating this energy of love when the Divine Masculine's there. So when he's reminiscing, okay, it's going to be vitally important that you are in that state as well for you both to be able to interact. Let's look at the Six of Cups. So it's a transition for the Divine Masculine to come in from out of the cold. Okay, he's looking at it, which makes me feel that he has hope. This other person that's with him doesn't look like she does, but he has hope. He's looking for that sanctuary. This card said about things might have not turned out the way that you wanted them to, but something is complete now. So it's a decision for the Divine Feminine, regardless of outer circumstances. It's that she really does pull herself up on her vibration. Let's have a look. Comes quickly then. You allow, just take a listen to those two videos I suggested on the Facebook page. They come fast. Not just your divine counterpart, but all of it. All of those things that you've been manifesting. Been putting your attention on. They'll be delivered. I know it's easier said than done to stay in this high vibe, but it's the key. Looking at the Tower now. So because we have the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine showing up in this reading, this Tower here, someone's crown's been knocked off of their head. So I believe that the Tower, it said if you won't liberate yourself, then the Divine will take measures, okay, to do that. So there is actually a Queen here losing her crown. I don't feel that's the Divine Feminine. I feel this is the Divine Masculine. It also said that this doesn't mean that, you know, you're going to have that commitment right now. It's just enough actually gazing into each other's eyes or fantasizing. That has to be enough for now. Okay, we're going to go back to the Tower. I feel here, when I said that has to be enough for now, I felt a sorrow within the Divine Feminine's heart, as if saying, you know, they're yearning for more. We'll keep yearning for more. But this is all. you're going to have to be satisfied with. At the moment, part of the process is you're going to be yearning for each other. Looks like the universe is stepping in for the Divine Masculine to liberate him. King of Cups, liberate him for love. Has to be enough. It takes time. Okay. So let's look at this Two of Cups. So this is a real test for the Divine Feminines, that regardless what's going on, you're going to have to get your positive hat on. This here, okay, sneaky behaviour come up first, but it was like the Divine Masculine has to wrap up some things. It's like he is on his way, although you don't feel it. There you go, and there's the issue. Because you don't feel it. Is that true? Or just what you think? Ten of Swords. This poor guy's done in. He looks green with envy. Okay, so I want to say that the truth has knocked him down. Whatever way he has come to some realisations, okay? The battle's over. There has been some truths that have been spoken and some things that have been cut out. Now also this is really guiding the Divine Feminine to speak this also into your reality. Act as if. But for the Divine Masculine, he's come to some universal truths, some understandings. And a lot of things have been cut out of his life. A lot of truths have been spoken. But this card here, facing, if you have a look at them, they kind of do run in order. And I feel like Divine is saying now, it's not the time to dwell in the past and in your... This card said, you know, regretting the past, the mistakes, the mishaps, failed love. Change that vibration. And in comes the love. So I want to say, it's like with everything that's kind of gone on today, it's all been a bit... We're changing things around a bit. It's time to try a different way, a different approach. And here is the Divine Masculine, I want to say, feeling charitable. Giving. And if the Divine Feminine is not in this vibe, then he's not going to feel the draw to give to her. He'll feel the conflict. Okay. Ooh. The Tower for the Divine Feminine. Still got your crown on. After a time of being in limbo, time to get out of that. It's like the Divine Feminine needs to find her mojo for life. Very interesting reading. Okay. Let's have a look what Angel Prayers would like to say. I feel like I want to get a heal yourself. Take a step back. Thank you, angels, for helping me to step back from what's not serving me. Is she coming up? The angels are guiding you to take a step back from any harsh energies or situations in your life at this time. You are being encouraged to remember that you are a sensitive being, and if you are around harsh energies, you will pick them up. If you feel that there are certain people, places, or situations in your world that don't resonate with where you are right now, take a step back from them. This is shouting out what the masculines are doing. If you feel that there are certain people, places, or situations in your world that don't resonate with where you are right now, take a step back from them. Okay. You are being encouraged to remember that you are a sensitive being, and if you are around harsh energies, you will pick them up. Not sure where she's going. Okay, you can sit there. Okay, try not to rub your head against the screen though, sweet pea, thank you. Yeah, the screen's moving, it's Lily. She's sharing the love. She's high-vibing to you all. If you're jumping into a new project at this time, you're being encouraged to step back and think about the effects it will have on your life. The angels are encouraging you to slow down and to reassess the situation in your heart and mind before proceeding any further. Step back and allow things to develop naturally and without force. Everything will happen at the right time. Lil, come baby. Come baby. Oh, she's really, actually, her foot is covering the microphone. Come here, little one. Good girl. Look at selling out here at the bottom. I feel like we need to read this one. Oh, they're card numbers. Oh, it's number 1. I was looking alphabetically. It's number 1, guys. Said it was like that missing 1. Your integrity and inner strength are being severely tested. You have an opportunity to act with either fear or love. It's very interesting. Let's try and get it so that I've got like sun, it's going to find me. Your integrity and inner strength are being severely tested. You have an opportunity to act with either fear or love. Where in your life are you selling out or acting out of integrity? Are you in a job you hate? Are you living in a toxic environment and making yourself sick in the pursuit of financial security? This card asks you to find the courage to stand up for your convictions and take steps towards doing what you love. Selling out is linked to the shadow aspect of the prostitute archetype. When you connect to this archetype, you can examine your fears around survival, power, responsibility and success. On the light side, the prostitute can lead you to freedom, self-expression, choice and love. So I feel for the Divine Feminine, this was part of the process as well. Okay, to get to this point of being so deflated. Deflated? What's deflated? I want to say deflated and defeated. Deflated. I'm not going to check to see if there's actually a word deflated. It's been in between deflated and depleted. Let's carry on. Action. You have to make a choice about whether you will use your power, talents and abilities for selfishness and exploitation or the higher good. You have to make a choice about whether you will use your power, talents and abilities for selfishness and exploitation or for the higher good. Take a few deep breaths and focus on your body. Become conscious of where in your body you feel like you are losing your energy and your power. Place your hands on that part of your body. Visualize your prostitute archetype. It can look similar to this card or a darker version of you. Ask this archetype to show you where in your life you are selling out. Become aware of how this affects various areas of your life and your physical and emotional health. Ask your prostitute aspect to help you regain your inner strength and make empowering decisions. And I feel here is that the divine feminines are just wanting to be purified, cleansed, back to innocence, letting go of all the past, letting go of past lovers, people that you've allowed close to you. Very much about the divine feminine now wanting to be pure again, innocent. But we have to let go of our past. Times when maybe we wasn't so pure and innocent. Comes in with that return to innocence. I'm going to get another one. It's a very interesting reading. Say what you mean. Okay. Card number 18. Take some time to clarify what you need to communicate and to whom. Honest communication begins with you. Take a moment to connect within and ask yourself, in what area of your life are you hiding and denying how you feel? Does your relationship with your partner need revamping? Are there things that are not working? Who are the people in your life that you must be honest with? This is your opportunity to take back your power and share clearly, wisely, and honestly what does and does not work for you. It's kind of being muffled out by the maintenance guy. I feel like I actually felt this was more for the guidance for the divine masculine's energy, but we're kind of being a bit blocked out, distracted about being honest and saying what you mean. When you feel vulnerable, you can be easily swayed to say what you feel the other person wants to hear in order to keep the peace. The message of this card is that you need to say what you really mean, whether someone else likes it or not. I'm going to come back. I'm just going to wait for him to move on a bit. Just going to pull another card. I'm going to get an oracle of shadows and light. It's like she's covering her ears here. So to say seriously. Okay. There is an action for this card. Unless we're just going to wrap the reading up. We'll see. I want to get an oracle of shadows and light though. Voodoo in blue, back off. First of all, I'm going to say what you mean. Action. This is the action part of it. Rub your hands together for about 30 to 40 seconds, then imagine that you are holding a blue ball of energy in your hands. Reflect on the qualities of confidence, honesty and clarity. Then place your hands just above your throat and breathe in the blue light. Imagine this light moving into your throat and helping you to access the right words that you need to say. So it's working on the throat chakra here. See if you can maybe get some, put in some throat chakra meditations, healing. There's some kind of really good stuff on YouTube, music to do with clearing the throat chakra. Just how she's covering her ears here. Okay. Imagine this, I'm going to go back because I keep interrupting these kind of little guidance techniques. Rub your hands together for about 30 30 to 40 seconds. Then imagine you are holding a blue ball of energy in your hands. Reflect on the qualities of confidence, honesty and clarity. Then place your hands just above your throat and breathe in the blue light. Imagine this light moving into your throat and helping you to access the right words that you need to say. Picture the person who you need to communicate with standing in front of you. Share what you feel you need to say to this person, realising that their higher self is listening. When you've completed this action, write down what you feel you need to say to them. Then share your feelings in person if appropriate. Okay, so yesterday it came up about the Divine Masculine wanting to face the Divine Feminine, preparing to face the Divine Feminine face to face. So for this to say, picture the person who you need to communicate with standing in front of you and share what you feel you need to say to this person, realising that their higher self is listening. Have to tap into, there's many ways that we can communicate with each other. So let's have a look at the back off, because I do feel that this might come in with not just yet. The commitment's not just, it's like looking from afar, okay? Keep your distance. Back off. 22. It's like back off for the connection. 1111. Let's have a look. This fairy is letting you know that it's time to back off from a person or situation that is not in your best interests, and that you may need to be brave and stop being so welcoming of what you actually do not want. So this blue fairy waving her voodoo doll is letting you know very clearly that you now must tell someone to take a step back. You know you have been overriding your instincts with what seems rational, with misguided desire to help and befriend someone who may not be particularly good for you. Voodoo in blue doesn't mind if she looks a bit nasty when she gives you the back off message. She'd rather she was loud and clear, and that the person pushing her buttons leaves quickly. So she wants you to start trusting your instincts, to start valuing being honest above being nice. You do feel like you need to stay away from someone and to tell this person clearly to stay away from you. And Voodoo in blue, stepping forward to speak to you, to speak with you, confirms that your hunches have been ever so right. Voodoo in blue speaks, you are doing so well right now that you may begin to attract some attention from people who are quite simply opportunistic. Oh, come on. Opportunistic. Are you being kind and wishing to help? And so I'm going to start again. Okay, we've got the sunshine. We're going to finish up, I think, guys. You are doing so well right now that you may begin to attract some attention from people who are quite simply opportunistic. Are you being kind and wishing to help? And you are being kind and wishing to help. And so I'm going to step in and give you a very clear warning. I don't mind if I look like the bad guy. What matters is that you get the message. Time to do a little stay away magic. And while I won't be sending them bad thoughts, after all, there are no pins in my voodoo doll. You, if you take my advice, won't be asking them to come round for tea anytime soon. Your feelings are right on this one. You know what to do, don't get involved, and don't get bullied. You may have to snarl too, a little, to get them to stay away. Divination message. You need someone to back right off and give you space. You are not liking them, you are not welcoming them, and you need to be very clear and straight about that, despite all your desires to be a loving and lovely person. Detach from whatever it is that's giving you so much, grief, by asking whatever and whomever it is that is irritating you, draining you, or pushing your buttons to leave you for the moment. Be respectful and kind, yet cool at first. But if good intentions are mistaken for a new invitation, be very clear and say, away. Stop being so nice that you send very mixed messages. It's vanishing time. I do feel here, this is for one, the Divine Feminine most definitely taking time to look after her. stop being so nice, a people pleaser, okay? Watch the empaths about empaths deserving all the wealth that's available. Anita says that if she kind of wants to see all that money and abundance and prosperity go to anyone, it would be for an empath, because they know how to use this money, okay? And the people that are just seeking wealth will always just seek wealth, but that doesn't mean that you're not entitled to a big share in that for your, it's like compensation for your energy levels. It's like once you're vibing high, the money will come. It's when you're on that vibe, okay, and your energy is high, the abundance comes anyway. So, but also the divine masculine, he's sorting out a lot of things, and it could be the divine feminine's energy, okay, that's kind of triggering him, and maybe he's just looking for everyone just to back off at the moment, and so that he can kind of liberate himself. So I felt there was a couple of messages there. I was going to end on that, but I don't think we should really just keep it there. It's card number 99, wrapping things up. Let's get a postcard from Spirit. I do feel the sadness coming through from the divine feminines that this is the case. Time to vibe high then. Got to turn that around. Be solution orientated. As above, so below, as within, so without. Universal truth. The law of attraction. Anyway, let's get on with this. I love how all I can see is all is well. And we have been hearing this message, guys, coming up. The other day when I done a reading, I think it came out, it was mentioned 4 times, all is well. It says here, what does that say? You shine brightly. So don't let anyone dull your sparkle, including yourself. Dearest you, all your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful, praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good. When you plead and beg, that will bring you only more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts, as a testament to your faith in a higher power. Open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditation as a way to become empty, so you will be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace, understanding and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and all life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our priority. All is well. Couldn't have said it perfectly, more perfectly. It's lovely. With the return to Renaissance and with this, it's not here, is it? But it was the prostitute archetype coming through, about cleansing ourselves. Okay, so what can you do for your body and your environment to get pure and clean? There must be some habits that you need to kick, lifestyle changes. Nobody's perfect. So you can't give me that one. We've all got things that we need to work on to come back to being... So yesterday it spoke about we are just coming back to our core. So it's time to really clean up our acts. I'm getting some messages from your angels. Vanessa, to make your decision, ask yourself which brings me closer to my divine purpose and which takes me away from it. So I'm going to end on this card. Vanessa. Okay, Vanessa, let's finish up this reading. Bits of hair everywhere flying, okay. Should I go this way or that way, you wonder. One day you're sure of your decision, the next day you question it again. This indecision will be healed. This indecision will be healed by focusing on your divine life purpose. Even if you aren't sure of your purpose's exact nature, you do know that it involves bringing peace to yourself and others. Based on this foundation, then, which decision brings you the most peace? If you're still unsure, then ask God and the angels to help you further. You can ask us, which decision will help the most people? This is a wonderful basis upon which to make your choice. Sometimes the easiest route is the one that takes you further away from your divine purpose. So your indecision may come from a fear of making waves or uncertainty about your future. In such cases, gradual change is warranted. Slowly introduce your new direction into your daily life and ease out of your old direction slowly. In that way, you won't frighten yourself and you will be more open to hearing God's guidance and you will feel our love. Try not to frighten yourself now, okay? Start to adopt some healthier habits. It's a gradual change. Okay, guys, have yourself a fantastic day and I will catch up with you soon. Okay, take care. Bye for now.